Louisiana Workforce Commission has a new tool in their box, and it benefits both job seekers and employers. Public Information Director Chris Fiore explains.
We always strive to add tools to our toolkit here at LWC, and that's essentially what the Mobile Workforce Center is. It's not really a replacement for our local offices. It's really an additional rapid response tool that we have to help employers who have training or hiring needs, or job seekers in rural areas who say don't have access to internet and still want to access some of the workforce resources that we have available, or most recently during Hurricane Ida, folks who didn't have internet or power who needed help applying for disaster unemployment assistance. It's a way that we can reach underserved populations in the state. That's always a good thing to have that tool in your toolkit. The Mobile Workforce Center is it's a bus. It's a 2020 Freightliner. It's handicap accessible. It's got broadband satellite on board and 4G LTE Wi-Fi, which means it brings internet access and power with it wherever it goes, so folks can access some of those workforce resources. It's usually staffed by a couple of team members. Both of those folks are MWC staff, are workforce development specialists at a local and a state level. So that just brings a little bit of expertise with it, and you'll find it at large-scale hiring events, career day events, or in emergency situations. And that's the good news there. I mean, I talked about Hurricane Ida, but when Ida hit in southeast Louisiana, there are folks who are certainly still struggling to this day, especially right afterwards. No power, no internet. We got that bus on the road and into those communities to make sure they could apply for disaster unemployment that they were eligible for if they lost their job because of the storm. We wanted to make sure that people had access to that, and we knew that they were struggling. That was one way we could help, providing that resource. So the Mobile Workforce Center is so important, and we're so glad to have it as a part of the resources we have to offer here at LWC. We've had the Mobile Workforce Center since April. We actually paid for it with federal rapid response funds, which is exactly why it's used the way it is. Look, with 13 computers on board and 2 staff people who are trained in workforce development, we can help a lot of folks during one tour, especially in areas that don't have access to appropriate internet or in places that were hit by a disaster. So it's nice to have. It's also a nice way to show off the other resources for LWC. I know at the Lake Charles Job Fair, we were helping folks not only apply for work, but also fix up their resumes. So there's a lot of options when it comes to what the Workforce Center can do, and we're just happy to have it. Not only is the Mobile Workforce Center handicapped accessible, but it's also accessible for folks with a variety of developmental disabilities. We have tools on board that help folks who are not only hearing impaired, but visually impaired. Some of those tools even directly interface with the tools that folks who are, say, hearing impaired actually use to get through their day-to-day lives. It interfaces with them to help them navigate the resources, the workforce resources offered by LWC. So it truly is accessible to everybody who needs it to get those resources out to the community. There's actually a satellite system on board that gives it internet. So even if the cell towers are down, it still has internet that way. It's easy to access the Mobile Workforce Center. All you have to do is go to our website to request it and fill out a form. That's laworks.net. We use it for mostly larger scale hiring events, things like the job fair that happened in Lake Charles not too long ago. So there's a lot of different applications for the Mobile Workforce Center. As I said, it's been very much so focused on disaster unemployment and helping folks affected by Hurricane Ida, but we're finally in a position to start branching back out to the other things like the job fairs and career events that are happening across the state of Louisiana. Look, our motto here at LWC is we put people to work. That is our goal, and that's the goal of the Mobile Workforce Center.
If you would like to schedule the Mobile Workforce Center, contact the Louisiana Workforce Commission at mobileworkforcecenter@lwc.la.gov. For the Parish Line, I'm Molly Morgan.